Hey everybody, just wanted to do a movie review, kind of an unboxing. Um, there's been a lot of talk about this online and on YouTube ever since um, they were discussing its release. Um, it's become probably one of my favorite horror movies from one of my favorite authors and storytellers, Stephen King. I love the original, and the remake just has its own flavor. It's, in my opinion, a wonderful movie, wonderful writing. Acting is just spot on, and it just leaves you just wanting to watch it again and again. It's really genuinely scary. I struggle to find many horror movies um, that leave me wanting to go back to that haunting place and to feel that rush again. Um, I'm a fan of a lot of different kinds of horror movies, but this, I would say, ever since I watched Insidious, and maybe even some of the Paranormal Activity, some of the earlier films in that collection. Um, it's been a while since I've felt this scared in a movie theater. I went to see this with my wife. She was definitely hesitant to go, but she took one for the team, and she went to see this with me. But finally got this on Blu-ray combo pack at Walmart. Sorry, there's a little bit of a glare on there. I'll spin it this way. This was actually the movie poster. Outside of the theater, I got a cool picture of this after we left that night. But man, such a good film. Even Stephen King, he said that he loved it, and the first time that he checked it out before they actually released it in theaters globally, he put out on social media that you know fans of the original and of his novel would not be disappointed with the directors and the producers' take on this story. Now, my understanding is this is just kind of part one of two. As fans of the original know, the first part is actually like a mini series, and then they kind of released it as a full movie of both parts put together to make it film length. But it was the first part was the group, the Losers Club, the kids as they're discovering the entity of it in their town of Derry, Maine, which, as fans of Stephen King know, that's where pretty much all of his stories are set because he lives in Maine. Actually, my wife and we honeymooned in Maine, and one afternoon I asked her if she would be willing to venture to Bangor, which is where Mr. King lives, and we actually found his residence, which didn't do it to be one of those crazy fans and hang around for way too long, but hopped out. I got a picture out front. He has a wrought iron fence with like a K symbol right in the iron. Like it's just I forget. I think there were some little mini gargoyles or bats or something in the metal. Beautiful house, really cool. In the front, I think the front downstairs window, when this was being promoted, he had a red balloon that he blew up and put in between the window and the curtains. I saw pictures of that online. I thought that was pretty cool. So obviously he's a big fan of this and was excited to promote it. But yeah, really great film. Part two sounds like it's going to be how the original was, kind of following the storyline of the kids all grown up, returning to kind of stay true to their pact to battle it, if and when it returned. No spoilers here, but it kind of is a cliffhanger at the end of this installment, that it's been defeated, but Pennywise is sure to make his return. So anyway, that's the front cover. You can see Pennywise there, kind of through the balloon, and the iconic yellow raincoat there. But in my opinion, Bill Skarsgård, he did an awesome interpretation and portrayal of Stephen King's Pennywise. There were tons and tons of images of him and his, the clothing designer's choice of outfit for him. Really kind of like, almost like, I don't know, like old-timey looking outfit instead of like Tim Curry. I feel like his outfit was just kind of like more fun and like a carnival kind of feel, whereas like they counted on his portrayal to kind of bring like the sadistic, twisted, scary elements of his character out. They didn't really count on his actual costume to kind of bring that portrayal to life. But I feel like their choice for Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise, I feel like that kind of, his outfit really added to the just the period of when he kind of first started terrorizing the town of Derry. But the kids here, they I think they made a really good choice with the casting. I know there's the one young man is from Stranger Things, another series that I really like. I love, especially season 1 of Stranger Things. It's really, really good. I feel like really good acting and directing there. If you haven't checked that out, check out Stranger Things. But his acting in this film, I was kind of skeptical. I thought, oh man, it's just going to kind of be, they're going to milk that Stranger Things role for him and kind of have him reprise it for this. But he was really kind of more unhinged, and I think they let him run with it a lot more. And he's more grown up here than when he first started with Stranger Things. But yeah, it's actually, he has a lot of foul language, but it's funny. If you can look past that, or cursing in movies doesn't bother you, I sure wouldn't let my 2-year-old daughter be in the same room if I'm watching this. But this is, if you're into horror movies, it is rated R. Like I said, a lot of language, and the scares they can be really intense. The sequences, there's one where they're watching some old slides of I believe like some maps and the layout of the town of Derry, to kind of like track the sewer system, where they show it like in the trailer where he kind of starts to come alive in the footage that they're viewing. He starts to move, but when in the actual film they don't show it in the trailer, something really wild happens there that looks just completely real, and it just takes your breath away. It's really terrifying. But yeah, check out It, the remake of Stephen King's classic novel. I'm still kind of working my way through that. It took me a couple years. It is a really, really long novel, and there's a lot more information and detail included in Stephen King's actual book. But yeah, I feel like I kind of got into the original film with the Tim Curry miniseries version. that this was kind of adapted from, before I actually got my hands on the book. I'm actually kind of new to Stephen King. I'd say it's been within like the past 5 years that I've kind of picked up more and more of his books. Yeah, and I'm probably going to do some more reviews of some of his films. I have most all of his film adaptations from his books. One of my favorites is Silver Bullet. Um, it's been a long time since I've read the original novella, The Cycle of the Werewolf. A lot of people don't even know that that's in existence. It's kind of hard to find, but it was I think Bernie Wrightson was the illustrator. He kind of collaborated with Stephen King on writing that, and I thought it was really cool. Good 1980s horror flick, kind of hokey, kind of corny, but yeah, Gary Busey he's really unhinged in that film, but does a really good job. I feel like he really did a great job being the main character's kind of crazy uncle. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Silver Bullet, check that out. I'm probably going to do a review of that at some point. But yeah, let's check this out. So this is the combo pack. And it just, same cover. And it's pretty plain inside. I had the Voodoo, digital copy thing. It was a little slip in here. I took it out. I don't know if I'm even going to use that, but yeah. So here's the DVD and the Blu-ray on this side. Pretty standard. Most companies are making saving money, I think, on the print on the actual discs. It's kind of a bummer. I used to really like a different art design on the actual discs, aside from what they put on the the slip cover or the front cover. But yeah, I think the black discs for this look pretty sharp. Yeah, so check out the new It adaptation from the original. Highly recommend it. Very, very intense movie. Like I said, there's lots of language, and it is very creepy. The haunted house where Pennywise kind of dwells. Spectacular job for the crew that worked on making that place look as creepy and horrifying as it does in this movie. But check out It. I just picked this up the other day. This was about $25 for the combo pack. I think the DVD was maybe like 20. But yeah, I wanted to get it on Blu-ray. It's gonna look and sound really, really creepy. So I haven't checked this out on Blu-ray yet. Probably gonna watch that tonight. So yeah, let me know what you think of this as well as the original. If you have any thoughts on the novel, I'm looking forward to finishing that here, hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, big fan of Stephen King. I love It. Tim Curry, I love his take on Pennywise, but oh man, Bill Skarsgård, he just owned it. Really, really, really creepy, and the kids that they casted, top notch. So I give this, top rating. I think it's become one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Just I could watch this over and over again. So glad it's finally out on Blu-ray and DVD. I recommend picking it up. Check it out. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.